Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Anika. I'm an oil painter based in Rhode Island. I'm also a huge bird lover. I love watching them. I love photographing them in nature, and most of all, I love painting them. I began painting when I was 13 years old, but I didn't pursue painting as a career until after I graduated from college, which was a little over a year ago. I love oil paint as a medium because it is so versatile. And you may ask, out of all the subjects I could paint, like, why birds? Well, one, they're truly fascinating creatures. Two, they defy gravity, they can fly. Three, they are truly intelligent. And four, they have very unique calls. I enjoy painting birds because it helps me to, slow down, you know, be patient, and enjoy taking the time to literally notice the small, beautiful things that are easily missed in a world that moves very quickly. I have to paint, I have to see something in order to paint something. So, my imagination is quite limited, but usually the photograph is kind of like a grounding for the painting, and from there I can do whatever I want with painting, like mark making and color and stuff. I get my references, especially bird references, from birding trips. They go with my boyfriend and I. For instance, we went to the Daniel Webster Wildlife Sanctuary, which is protected by the Massachusetts Audubon Society. Very beautiful, very nice. We went in the autumn, so we saw a little bit of fall foliage. We saw some red-winged blackbirds. We saw blue jays. We saw yellow-rumped warbler. We actually found the warbler. Actually, a birder pointed it out, and we were able to get some cool photos of it, of the cute little birdo. We also went to Westford, Massachusetts. It's a town close to the New Hampshire border, and we saw many cute little black-capped chickadees, a couple of tufted titmice, and a very cute, grumpy-looking white-breasted nuthatch, and a very handsome male northern cardinal, and a loud but distant blue jay. We couldn't get photos of the blue jay because it was so far. Yeah, that day it was really cold out. It was freezing, but my boyfriend and I braved through it to take photos. I will say that bird photography definitely requires patience. We waited more than half an hour for the birds to come, and they did go. They did come, thank goodness. But I will say it was worth the wait. All birds are truly amazing to see. I mean, if you had to ask me what my favorite bird was, I mean, they're all really cool in their own unique ways, but I would say the northern cardinal. It's not a surprise for some people, especially in the East Coast. It's a very beautiful bird. One of the reasons it's my favorite is that, it may be a superstitious thought, but every time I see one, I believe hopeful things will come in my life. Actually, fun facts about cardinals. During the winter season, usually birds, like pretty birds, kind of like American goldfinches, usually molt. Their plumage becomes duller. But cardinals, they don't molt, and they actually don't migrate during the winter season, so their red plumage is very visible in wintry conditions. It's truly a spectacle when you see one. And also, when cardinals and birds in general puff out their feathers to stay warm, they look so round and so cute. And the experience of seeing the cute birdos reminds me of why why I came out why I paint these beautiful creatures in the first place. Capturing them with oil paint is like there's always new things that I learn from, like their feathers, their wings, like how to like suggest detail without actually putting in like detail, like overdoing it, like without overdoing it, and yeah, you know, like capturing their likeness, their attitude, their beautiful colors and feathers, and mixing it in with abstract texture marks. It's truly a joy to paint each bird. Each bird painting really becomes unique because I always try new ways to do things. You know, we're still learning. You know, there's new ways. And in other words, you know, I enjoy capturing the essence of the bird while also allowing, you know, paint to be paint. A quote that really like stuck to me as a painter is learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist. I think that quote came from Pablo Picasso, which really stuck to me. So it's like learning the fundamentals, of course, is very valuable so you know what you're doing. But then once you have a grasp of how to use your tools and paint, develop that experience, then you can experiment and play and create your own language of painting and like create your own so-called style, I guess. I had a thought in my mind and it was quite interesting and thought I would share. I know that I can express myself through painting. It's kind of like my visual language. My painting tools, brushes, my hands are kind of like my vocal cords that allow me to project my voice, and the mixing and creating colors on my palette are like selecting different letters from the alphabet to create words, and then placing colors on my canvas are like putting words together to form a sentence. Then the painting becomes the artist's message. I don't know, it was just a thought that I had while I was painting. I hope that sort of makes sense. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this little like process of me making the painting. Thank you so much for following along in this video. It truly means a lot to me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.